What's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. I feel like it's been so long because I haven't physically picked up my camera since our camping trip. So I'm back. I'm back to regular scheduling and daily vlogs, all that good stuff. Sharing my health journey with you guys, which speaking of, I am so freaking excited to share some news with you guys. So I wanted to sneak out while Indy's taking a nap right now and give you guys like a little life update and share what's going on and what's going to be coming up because it's such good stuff and I'm finally ready to share it with you guys. So as you guys know, I have started my little newfound health journey this whole past year. It's been a big eye-opener ever since having my daughter Indy and my postpartum journey. I've just been trying to really focus on me and getting myself right mentally and physically, and that all started, I want to say, in probably about May of this year, and I did a major lifestyle change. I changed my diet, I started exercising, and once I started consistently doing these things and I started to see a difference up here, it was something that I just started to crave and I wanted more of. I wanted to keep learning about it and just keep investing in myself. If you guys have been longtime followers, you know that I struggle with anxiety and depression, and postpartum just like amplified that even more for me. So my whole postpartum journey was honestly really hard. My body went through a lot when I was pregnant. I gained like over 70 pounds when I was pregnant with Indy, and weight came off probably like close to like 9-10 months postpartum. A lot of that weight ended up coming all off, but physically my body just felt super weak. I had no muscle, and mentally my anxiety and depression was just at an all-time high. Changing my diet definitely helped me, and then exercising 6 days a week was a big factor for me. So I quickly fell in love with the practice of Pilates. I've never really done like physical activity my whole entire life. I was never like into sports or anything like that. Never really big on exercise, and I was always naturally thin, and so I just like took that and ran with it, like, oh, I'm thin, I don't need to like work out or whatever. And it wasn't until I started working out that I realized how much I needed to actually be working out. This is probably the healthiest I've ever been in my life, the healthiest relationship with food I've ever had. And it's just completely opened my eyes to a whole other world that I didn't know even really existed. You know, like that sounds a little wild. Like I would see it and all that, but I just never had any interest in it, and I never understood the hype in it. But once I started investing in myself, it was just like night and day. I can confidently sit here and tell you that it's been an incredible journey. I hate saying the word like journey, but that's exactly what it is. Postpartum was a whole learning curve, a whole experience, a lot of stuff that like nobody tells you about, that you just kind of like figure out as you go, and it's just a lot. It's super heavy, at least for somebody like me. It was really hard to process a lot of emotions, accept a lot of things for the way that they were, and to just prioritize myself. I got really wrapped up in the anxiety of feeling like I had to do everything myself, that I needed to be with Indy all the time, that I couldn't leave her with anybody, and I just took on a lot of responsibility and caused a lot of unwarranted stress for myself by carrying that weight all day, every day. And never really like setting aside any time for myself to be me as a person and as an individual. I think it's really easy as moms to do that, and that's completely like not okay, to not prioritize yourself and to not carve out that time to do whatever it is that makes you happy. You know, whether it's going to Target by yourself, going and getting your nails done for an hour by yourself, going to the drive-thru to get something to eat by yourself, going on a walk, meeting up with your friends, getting coffee, going to the gym for an hour. You need that time away from your baby to just be you and that person that you were before the baby. And I lost that when I had Indy. And once I started to have that time for myself, I was like, wow, that was so necessary, and I didn't even know it. I've talked about this before, maybe on my vlogs or my Instagram, I don't know, and it's so corny, but it's like if you aren't prioritizing yourself, the air is kicking on and it's so loud, I'm sorry. But if you're not prioritizing yourself and you're not okay, you're not gonna be the best version of yourself for your significant other, your family, child, you know, as a mother, like all of those things, like your mood starts to trickle down into those areas. And I know for me, when I get super wrapped up in like the motherhood and like the day-to-day and not having that second to breathe for myself, like I'm on edge and I'm like quick to snap. I'm annoyed, I'm frustrated. Okay, I'm sorry, Indy woke up and I had to go put her back to sleep for her nap because there's no way she was gonna wake up right now. Anyways, I don't even know where I left off or what I was talking about, but I just want to remind you guys that if you are a new mom, to prioritize yourself. That is one of the biggest pieces of advice that I can give you. I know that it's hard. I know that childcare can be hard to find if you don't have family that's near you or whatever the case may be. But like with anything in life, if you find it important to yourself, you'll make it happen. And I think that it should be important to yourself to make it happen. Don't be afraid to ask for help. If you do have people around you who are willing to help you, take full advantage of it. Don't feel guilty for taking that time apart from your baby. We are with them nonstop, round the clock. The job never ends, you know what I mean? It's exhausting and it's a lot, and you need that time to go decompress. And you know, if it's working out or whatever it may be, like as long as it's something for you. So with a very super grateful heart, I can tell you guys that starting next week, I'm going to be doing teacher training to be certified to teach Pilates, and I'm so excited. So excited. This is something that I have felt so called to ever since the owner of my Pilates studio had posted the openings for the teacher training. I couldn't stop thinking about it, and I felt so drawn to it, and just like an overwhelming sense that I need to do that. My whole life I'm very impulsive. I do things because if I like feel something, I just act on it right away. My whole entire life, in relationships, any kind of thing, like if I just go off my feelings and like instinct right away, and I don't even really like think about it. And this time I really had to think about it because there's a lot more factors that go into it, as far as, you know, Matt and I had to have a conversation about it. Like, how does he feel? You know, how are we gonna handle the situation with Indy when I'm away doing those days of teacher training? And, you know, who's going to be watching her? There was just a lot more that went into it than just making my own decisions of, I wanna do this. But I've always, since I'd known about it, I've always wanted to do it, couldn't stop thinking about it. And, you know, Matt and I even put it on the back burner for months. We had the conversation and we were like, I just don't think it's the right time. You know, maybe we'll reassess it next time it comes around. And I was bummed, like super bummed. So we reassessed, we had another conversation. I talked to my family about, you know, helping and watching Indy, and they were all like, yes, absolutely, we'll help you. So bottom line is, we're all gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it work. Everyone's so willing to step up and be there if I need them. And it's just so freaking exciting. Like, it's so surreal. I've never really done anything like this before. I think it's gonna be really challenging. I think it's gonna push me outside of my comfort zone. And in the end though, I just think it's gonna be incredible. Like, it's, you know, regardless if the outcome is something different than what I expected, I'm deepening my own practice and my understanding of Pilates. I think it's gonna be beneficial either way that it goes. But ultimately, the end goal is to be teaching at the studio, and that's what I really want to do. Like I said, I've never really done something that I've been so passionate about, and since I've started Pilates and fell in love with it, There's just nothing like it for me, and it's something that I clicked with, and it's something that like just I have a fire for. I just feel like it really aligns with who I am. It really makes me feel happy. So Matt knows that. He's seen a huge difference in me overall emotionally, and I think that's why he is so supportive, because he just knows that this brings me happiness and it really helps with my overall mental health. And if that's something that's contributing to being a good thing in my life, then of course he's supportive and he's on board for whatever that is. Obviously, I love YouTube. I love creating videos. I'm still going to continue to do this. Training is only 2 days a week. It's every Thursday from 6 to 9, and then it's every other Saturday from 12:30 to 5:30, I believe, all the way until December. So I'll still be sharing this entire experience with you guys, and you will see the whole thing grow from start to finish, which I think is super awesome. I'm just really excited and really proud of myself for making this decision and investing in myself and having the confidence to believe that I can do it. I think it's easier to take that the way out, you know, and just like make excuses for yourself. I don't know. I feel like I'm following my heart and my dreams, and it's just a really good feeling. I feel like I'm gonna get emotional over it, but it's I don't know. It's really cool to feel good after feeling not so good for so long, you know, and just like taking that time to self-reflect and like really look inward, figure out what's going on and figure out solutions to get out of that feeling and be the best version of myself. Like I said, we can make excuses for ourselves all day long. And, you know, I so easily could have stayed in that negativity and that like bad headspace, and instead of that I really searched for the complete opposite, and I feel at peace. I do. I feel really grateful for where I'm at in life and for the people that supported me to be this person. I just don't want to lose sight of who I am, what makes me happy, and I just want to continue to keep chasing that. That's the news. I'm going to be a Pilates instructor, and I'm so excited, and I'm stoked to share the experience with you guys. That's why I've also been trying to wean Indy off of breastfeeding, so I can just have more freedom to do these things and not have to worry about it. It's mostly night feedings that I've been trying to wean. I've talked about it over on my Instagram, so if you guys follow me on Instagram, that whole experience has been shared over there already. But she basically nurses all night long, uses me as a pacifier, and I've been starting by just trying to wean her at night from those night feedings. I'm also just exhausted. Like, I want to be able to get a full night's sleep. We co-sleep, and it's just, as much as I've loved it, as much as I'm appreciative to have all that time with her and that bonding, mommy's tired and mommy needs sleep. Breastfeeding is a lot, and it's a huge commitment, and it's very selfless to just like give your body for as much or as little time as you do. It's a lot. I've done it for 19 months now, and I feel like that's huge. And I'm not saying I want to cut it out completely. And my goal is to still nurse her for nap time, to go to sleep, and that's it. I want to start to pull back and just start weaning, you know, and get to the point where I can finally be done. I can have my body back, and it was just getting to the point where like I was feeling more frustrated than I was enjoying it, you know, like the waking up in the middle of the night, and even though she's not like fully waking up, like she's still like touching me, and like it wakes me up, you know. And I would get frustrated because I'm so exhausted, and I'd be like, oh, and I wake up exhausted, so it's like I don't want to feel that feeling to where it's not like fun anymore. You know, I still want to leave on a good note that we enjoyed it, it was successful, it was amazing, and it was a beautiful, beautiful experience. But I think I'm getting to the point where I'm done. That's also like a huge, huge thing, and if I start talking about it too much, I'll get emotional because it's another moment that makes me realize that she's growing up and that she's not like a little baby anymore. You know, like she's growing up, she's becoming more independent, and she's not going to be that little tiny baby that needed me as much as she did. And it's like all these little things are happening so fast now that are reminding me of that, and it's a trip. Motherhood is so weird and emotional, and it's just a lot. You know, I don't think that you hear a lot of the real feelings and emotions that come along with motherhood. You know, it's like we get to see a lot of the surface level stuff, which I get and I understand and I respect. A lot of people just sharing, you know, the surface level stuff because it's easier and it's non-confrontational, and it's just, you know, people want to watch happy, joyous moments, and they don't want to get deep and into the nitty-gritty, you know, or to come off as you're complaining. And that's not the case, you know, for me. For me, I like relatability in the sense of I can sit there and watch something and be like, okay, that's normal. And okay, me too, I feel those feelings too, and I'm not crazy for feeling that way. So for me, that's why I like to talk about the things that I talk about, because it's just a sense of comfort in knowing that you're not alone. Because I feel like we can so easily feel like we're alone in a lot of things. I know I did. And I would be up at night in tears because I feel like I'm the only one who's going through what I'm going through with my child, because nobody else talks about these things and it all looks perfect, you know, on the outside. And it kind of makes you like question yourself, and it kind of makes you feel like shit. And I know that's not the purpose or the intentions of the people that are doing that, but that's just the reality of social media. So if you're looking for that real, raw, relatable content, you'll find it here. And I do just want to continue to be open and honest about my journey and my journey. But it's a whole experience. But anyways, invest in yourself, take care of yourself. You are so incredibly important, and you can't fill from an empty cup. But let's do this. Let's chase after our dreams. Let's make shit happen. Let's be healthy queens. And if you guys are on a whole new like wellness experience, I'm here to support you in any way that I can. I hope that in some way I inspire you and that I am helpful to you. So if you guys have any questions, concerns, whatever it may be, I look forward to talking with you guys in the comments. And that's just a little life update. Like I said, I'll be sharing as I go. So super exciting things to come. So very grateful for you guys as always, and I will see you guys in my next video.